For a very long time, I have been using lights and reflectors, but it wasn't until recently that I was given the opportunity to try something new in the light modifying world. Meet the Eyelighter 2. Well, the bag that it comes in. So in this setup, and for any time I do headshots, I have lights either here or here and here or here and here, different places. But I also use reflectors, and the reflectors I use are typically silver. I like silver more than I like the gold color reflections, and sometimes I use white reflectors depending on just, well, if I need to diffuse the reflected light, if I need to be softer than silver is pretty harsh sometimes. The reflector I have right here off screen is actually a circular filter. You can see it right here. And the reflector is just sitting on a light stand, and I have a reflector holder. It's kind of like a boom arm that holds this circular reflector in place, and then on the top of the boom arm I can actually put a second light. The Westcott Eyelighter is actually a very different type of reflector. It is a U-shaped reflector that actually sits down below. Now, right now in this video set, I have a table right down here where I can put any products that I need to talk about, just grab it real quick and then put it back when I'm done. I'm gonna have to adjust when I set up this eyeliner, but I wanted to show you, well, first, how it looks normally, where I have one light right here, you can see it on my hand right here, and I have a reflector right here off screen. You can see it's reflecting a little bit onto my hand, but look at the difference in brightnesses. That's why my face is illuminated on this side, but not as well as this side. That's on purpose for more of a dynamic look. So I want to open up the eyeliner and, well, show you what's inside. First, I'm impressed. It does come in a nice bag. I don't know. I feel like typically if you have something like this, you're not going to set it up and break it down, so it doesn't really need such a fancy case. They probably could have saved money and in turn charge less to customers by not sending it in such a fancy case. I mean, it's even padded a little bit. So this is the reflection material. This is actually going to be bigger than I thought it was. Wow, this is big. Look how big this is. Oh, you want to see the other side? So you can see that bright, not as bright. This side is being illuminated by that reflector over there. This side is being illuminated by the light. I'm gonna have to do some major adjusting because I didn't realize it was this big. By the way, the point of the eyeliner is to actually to illuminate the entire face from underneath to counteract the light from above, and without the need for light underneath, you're just putting a reflector. But because it's sort of this U-shape, it's wrapping around your face beautifully. These are the extension tubes, which are going to be used to keep the eyeliner in the curved shape. By the way, there are also some cheap knockoffs on Amazon. I've found that reflectors, you get what you pay for, not just in the materials used for the metal components and plastic components, but also the reflection material itself. A lot of the cheap knockoff reflectors from these knockoff brands, a lot of these reflectors, the material starts to peel and just flake over time, whereas a quality one won't. Stick with the quality ones. Save a little bit more and invest in those. Tension rods. This is the support spine. Now, as you'll see, I still need a light stand. It doesn't come with a light stand. So basically, I will be putting it together. It's going to sit on this, and then I put this on a light stand right in front, down below. All right, now it's time to put it together. Okay, so for me to do this, I need to do two things. First, I need to move this table out of the way, and second, I need to take this reflector off this reflector stand, this light stand, so that I can use that light stand for this. So let's do this. So I can understand why they offer the big carrying case. They probably offer the big carrying case because this is quite giant, and to travel with this to a client session would probably be a pain in the butt while it's wide open. But I guess I'll find out, because the next time I need to do headshots on location, I am bringing this like this. So the really interesting thing is right now, I'm supposed to be able to push this down, and I'm supposed to be able to push there's a hole here and a screw, and then I can securely tighten it with, you know, little lug nuts and stuff, and I can't get it through here. So I can't tighten it down all the way. I can pop it off. Ah, there we go. So it's almost in all the way. That's better than nothing. Let me get the other side on. It looks pretty cool here, doesn't it? I might have to use a different light stand because this one is as low as it goes. So how does this look? Now, I'm hearing more reflection from my voice. It's a little bit more trebly now because now I've got this sort of silver material that's literally right where I'm speaking. And in fact, my microphone is right above it. So this should actually change the sound of the audio as well. So it may not be the best for me to use this for my videos. Plus, it's so big that it's actually more uncomfortable than I thought it was going to be. Let's lift it up a little bit more and see if I can sort of angle it and make it better for this purpose. All right, so now actually, wow, my voice, this sounds so weird. So now I've got it actually, it's up pretty high, and it's right where this video stops, right where the camera stops, where you can't see anymore. That is where the reflector is. It's right below. Let me zoom out so you can see. So you can see the curves right here. You can see the curves. It is literally right here. But how does it look? My shirt is more illuminated because I got, by the way, this is only one light. Let's go in a little bit more. So this is only one light. Now, the thing that really is going to bother me is that, because I'm hearing it, is how my voice is sounding right now compared to how it sounds without this reflector. This is making the reverb or echo, probably more reverb, of this area enhanced, where normally it's sort of a dead sound. Normally it's you talk and it just stops, but I'm hearing it for like a half a millisecond after, so it's probably going to sound different in the audio. It's definitely going to look different. Again, my shirt is more illuminated, and it's only one light. So in theory, I would get one more light here, and now I'd have like perfect illumination. This is why it's so good for headshots, because it's literally enhancing the light, and it's only one light, literally one light that's illuminating me right now. And you can see that underneath is bright, the top is bright. The only thing that is not perfectly bright is this side of my face. But again, if you get one more light angled sort of the same way, it's going to be perfect even light, which is great for headshots. So first things first, what do I think of the Eyelighter 2 so far? It is impressive how easy it was to assemble. Very simple instructions, very easy to assemble. The materials are just, Westcott is fantastic. They make fantastic products. So the material, the craftsmanship on this is great. And I thought it was weird that I couldn't get it on the first light stand, but I was able to get it on two other light stands. So there's that. I don't like how echoey things are getting, but again, this isn't necessarily made for video. This is really made for doing photos, headshots, beauty shots, stuff like that. Really for anything focusing around the face, and so far so good. So I'm about to do a full test of this. I've got right here a softbox set up as the main light. I have another strobe back here pointing towards the camera as the backlight. And I'm only going to use this one main light to light the subject, because then I'm going to be using the Eyelighter 2 to distribute that light, reflect it, bounce it across the face, and we'll see the difference between with it and without it. I know that might have been a long video for some, but I just want to give some final thoughts on this. Now, the beginning part of this video is filmed with the Nikon D850. The final part of the video is filmed with the Nikon Z6. I've been working on this review, trying to get this review done for you for about 2 to 3 months, and I'm glad it's finally done. My final thoughts on this are, basically, if you have a bunch of reflectors, you don't need the Eyelighter 2. You don't. You don't even need one of the knockoffs, if that's what you're thinking. If you've got reflectors, you could do what this does with multiple reflectors. If you don't have multiple reflectors and you want to save money and not buy additional lighting and you want to use more reflectors, then you can invest in the Eyelighter 2 and get really beautiful. I mean, look how good this looks right now, the light looks. This is now, after 2 or 3 months, I don't know how long I've had this in my studio, of using this and figuring out the best placement for the lighting compared to where the Eyelighter 2 is. I'm still recording with just one light. One light. I do have a light back here. I do have one as like a sort of a hair light type thing, but I'm recording with one light and just the Eyelighter 2, and it looks really good. So I am extremely impressed by it, and it is nice to not have to have a whole bunch of reflectors out all the time, and I would not use this for multiple people. I would only use it for headshots. It is quite powerful for a reflector. Because of that curve, you can enhance the light so much. So again, my final thought is, if you've got a bunch of reflectors already, you don't need this. But if you do not have a bunch of reflectors and you want to go the reflector route instead of additional lighting, then check out the Eyelighter 2, because you can, in turn, save money because you're buying one reflector that can do a lot instead of multiple reflectors. So think about that. Thank you for watching. Click that subscribe button below now, because I publish new videos every Monday and Thursday. You don't want to miss it. And karate kick the notification bell.